And then you realize that it was all a psyop to try to demonize the peace, love, and stop war movement. And that what they really wanted to do was stop the anti-war movement and do something to curb the cultural change that was happening. And so their strategy was to turn hippies into murderers.
It kind of worked.
And then Nixon comes along in 1970, passes this sweeping Schedule I act, makes all mushrooms and LSD, makes everything illegal, all to stop the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement at the same time when they're doing this Manson stuff. So it was a concerted effort across the board to stop the anti-war movement and to stop the civil rights movement. They were like, we're losing control and power. And so I mean, it was an evil thing to do, but you kind of got to give them credit because it was pretty brilliant. They stopped what was probably one of the most beautiful cultural shifts in this country's history. Yeah, we probably would have rethought government. We probably would have rethought the type of people that we want as leaders. We would have rethought our involvement in foreign wars. We would have rethought what psychedelic drugs can do for you versus the bad aspects of them. We would have rethought everything if they got rid of the drugs that were good and brought in the coke.
But people do point to the death of the 60s occurred up at Cielo Drive.
I mean, that completely demonized any peace, love, and any of that kind of movement. Those people became a real problem now because you're now connected to Manson. Kind of nuts that it was really all engineered by the government. It's really, that in and of itself is a terrible crime. That they sort of engineered society to their benefit so that they could maintain control.